You probably have a doctor that was about to refer to you and you were surprised why didn't he ever call you back? Because he probably already did call you back, but you didn't treat him good in the phone. So you guys need to be able to know that. Now, let me go ahead and explain to you guys. This is why people hate the telephone. This is why a lot of marketers, a lot of DONs, a lot of owners of companies hate the telephone. Because, this is a perfect quote. Everyone wants to go to heaven, but no one wants to die. Right? And the reason for that is because they want those referrals. They want people to say yes to them in the phone. They want people to say, yes, we're going to have an appointment. They want people to say, yes, you can come here right now, and I want to be able to have that meeting with you, and I'm going to give you some patience. But what they don't like hearing is when people say, no, I don't have time to talk to you. No, I'm already using a home health agency. I don't need to see you. No, please stop calling. No, you shouldn't be calling because there's no soliciting allowed here. Okay? Nobody wants to hear the word no, but guess what? You will get it. But how do you increase your chances to make it better, to be able to get a better response? That is the question that we're going to be able to answer to you guys, right? You know, everybody wants to be a millionaire but won't spend $1,000, right? Everybody wants, that 100 census, 200 census, 300 census, but they're not willing to spend $1,000 to be able to train people correctly. They don't want to spend, $1,000 or $2,000 to provide people with the education so that they know what they're doing, right? We're so worried about ICD-10 training. We're so worried about, coding training. We're so worried about billing training. We're so worried about, teaching our nurses to do certain procedures, to be able to make sure they're certified this, certified that. Are those important? Yes, they are. But what's the use of having all that and spending all that if you are not able to bring in patients? How much is 20 patients for you? How much would it cost you to be able to get 20 patients? Would that be worth a lot for you to be able to have an increase of 20 patients a month? How about 10? How about even just an extra 5? What are you willing to do to be able to get that? Right? People hate rejections. But what I do is I want to be able to teach you guys that rejections is nothing. And most of the time I love getting that initial rejection from a person I just spoke to. Why? Because we got one rejection out of the way. Because most referrals will happen between 5 to 7 interactions. So I might as well get a no now so I know I can start finding out why they said a no. So just because you got a no right away, don't use that or discourage yourself. Keep on going past that. You guys are going to become successful, and that's what we do. We teach people how to be able to follow up correctly, right? And this is the fun fact as well. People are scared to speak to strangers. Do this for me. Walk around, or let's say, for example, go outside, go to a coffee shop, sit down in the outside part of the coffee shop, and just look how people interact. People always try to avoid having that eye contact. People will try to avoid to speak to other people, right? When we are, born, we want to interact with people. When we're kids, look at little kids, right? They will start approaching anybody. They don't care. They want to be able to interact with you. But then all of a sudden, as the kids are growing up, we start teaching them stranger danger. Don't talk to strangers. So that is why we unfortunately grow up being scared of talking to strangers. And with that said, we are scared to speak to people. And we need to be able to go past that and go past our fears and say, who cares if you say no to me? Who cares if you don't want to play with me? It doesn't matter. Guess what? I'm going to be in your face all the time giving you phone calls because eventually you're going to respect me, and then ultimately you're going to know that we provide great services. So your telephones are